The ideal of American gender relations formed a crucial part of reformers' belief in the special role that the United States and white American men and women could play in the global fight against sexual vice. As WCTU President Francis Willard argued, regulation and the sexual double standard had been defeated in the United States because the manhood of America is the noblest and most masterful on earth, because it has most mastery of itself. British reformers echoed this conclusion. Americans had repeatedly foiled the plans of regulationists. Abolitionist Federation Representative J.P. Gladstone noted, because no one could establish an odious tyranny in the midst of a free people and degrade women in the land where she is most honored. For social purity reformers, the sexual self-control of white men and the sexual purity of white women defined American national character. In a world increasingly interconnected through immigration and empire, however, American reformers could not be complacent. British reformers contended that Americans could play a crucial role in the fight against European state-regulated prostitution. At the same time, they argued, joining the abolitionist campaign benefited the United States' self-interest. As they warned, Europe is constantly sending hosts of men and women to people the New World, all of whom carry with them the habits, the principles, the prejudices, the prepossessions, something of the moral atmosphere of the countries in which they were born and bred. The purification of Europe from any moral pollution is the purification of one of the fountains of American life. New immigrants arriving on U.S. shores could endanger American sexual exceptionalism. But Americans were also curious about how, as self-described sexually exceptional people, they might help those mired in the evils of both native, savage sexuality and imperial state-regulated prostitution. British reformers observed that reports from India and China particularly affected Americans. Such stories pricked their hearts to the quick and opened their eyes to see that they might sometime find their country as deeply implicated in immorality as ours. Indeed, the United States' acquisition of a new overseas empire in 1898 would arouse the attention of state and military officials, as well as social purity reformers, to the issue of prostitution in new ways. Over the following decades, Americans' fight to purify their own country became inseparable from their quest to reform the laws and mores of other countries.